Okay, you are live. We are here for the pre-match show of the second T20I between India women and Sri Lanka women, and also today the match is going to happen in Vizag. So we have Trishadi from Vizag, as usual. Trishadi, another match day, but today I think it's a Tuesday, and I think the crowd must be a little bit less. I think I will come to you regarding that update. But overall, the climate, the weather, how you see the second match building up to?
Yeah, there is crowd. It's I think a handful of people there in the MSK Prasad gate side
Yes.
and Mithali Raj stand side. There are a few like very scattered few places, but in general, yes, the crowd is less. Of course, it's a Tuesday, and the other thing I think the match display that was put on by Sri Lanka last game was another reason probably. But the bigger reason, of course, will be it's at a 7 p.m. game, so it's at a time where you're returning from office. You have not completely come back home, and
Mm.
you have been here, Snehashish. The ground is
Mm.
pretty far away from the city,
Mm.
so it takes almost 40 minutes from the city to come here. So by the time you probably will finish your office and come here, one session is over. So probably that's one more reason why people have not turned up. But whoever has turned up, just by the way, they are loud. For a second, I had come here early. I was texting you, right? From
Yes.
my hotel, I have discovered a new shortcut, which takes me to the ground in what, 5 to 7 minutes. And I reached the ground. I had gone up. I was checking who was doing what all. And suddenly there was a huge roar. You cannot see a lot of crowd. And you're thinking, why are people roaring? And suddenly you realize that Smriti Mandana and Jemimah Rodriguez have come out to, knock.
Exactly.
So that's
No.
that's why, yeah, the
Yes, yes,
huge.
yes, yes, Tushadi. As you mentioned that you already had a look on the players that are warming up ahead of the second match. Any update regarding that, or any changes that we're expecting that India might do in this match?
Bowling, no. Bowling, same people mark their run up. Though I saw pacers marking their run up. Of course, spinners
Mhm.
did not really come out to
Mhm.
mark their run up. But I think you won't see a change. If there is a change, then that would be a little bit too early to make a change. India has literally not done anything wrong other than fielding. And for fielding, you can't
Yeah.
change anyone. that
Mhm.
that wouldn't be the best thing to do. As far as Renuka is concerned, the other update is there is some sort of a concern with Renuka's fitness till now, because while Arundhati Reddy and Kranti Gaur were marking their run up, Renuka at the other side, was actually doing the sprints under the watchful eyes of the trainer. So clearly there is still a bit of probably niggle here and there, and that's why probably Renuka is sitting out as usual, like not as usual, like the first match. So Arundhati and Kranti are your pacers, and I don't see a change in spinners because if you think of it, Deepti, you're not going to change. Out of Vaishnavi, Charni, and Sneh Rana, you will play one player. Vaishnavi was economical. There's no point in changing her right after the debut.
Mhm.
And so it remains Charni or Sneh Rana. While Sneh Rana gives you the batting, but do you really need it against Sri Lanka? So I think Charni is going to get another go, and maybe then, if she still gives the 30 runs in 4 overs and drops that many catches, then maybe Sneh Rana gets a swing kill.
Yes, but Tushadi, as you just said that Renuka's fitness, there is something issue regarding that. So
Yeah.
considering that, when the ultimate aim right now is that 2026 T20 World Cup, right? So with an aim at that World Cup, so how much crucial for this team management to manage her workload, to play her limited. Obviously going into the World Cup, you need to have some game time. So you need to give that game time to a certain player, someone like Renuka, but more game time will create more chances of getting herself injured also. So how do you see that the team management looking forward regarding her workload management?
To be honest, see, 10 games are left from now to the World Cup,
Mhm.
10 T20I
Mhm.
games. And I think two important things that we need to understand is I don't see Renuka participating much in
Mhm.
the Australia series, ODIs and Test matches, especially because I
Mhm.
think that would be a little risky, and you don't want to take that risk as such. with someone like Renuka, especially before the World Cup. That will make no sense to me,
Mm.
at least. So out of the 10, I'm expecting her to play about, say, 3, 4 games, not completely go unplayed through the World Cup. Out
Mm.
of the three T20Is in England, you might see her playing two of them, and the other would be one match probably in this series, or 2 matches against Australia, 2 matches against England. That's about it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And Trishati, as per the latest update in the ICC rankings, Deepti Sharma, the new number one T20I all-rounder, and it is expected. The performance that she has been showing in across all the formats, it's fantastic. A few words on her, how good she has been.
Oh, she has been brilliant over the years. And I think you know this, Nehashish, that I have
Mm.
been one of the biggest Deepti Sharma advocates over the years, and have
Yeah.
always said that unfortunately, see, everyone has a different personality, and Deepti's
Mm.
personality is not really someone who is on your face, or bubbly like Jemmy is. The moment
Mm.
Jemmy is in the ground, the whole vibe changes. So
Yes.
I think Deepti in a number of crucial junctures. Can you hear that road? There
Mm.
isn't half the
Very
crowd what you
disappointing.
expect. Anyway, so as I was saying, I think important is that Deepti is getting the recognition. That's what I feel
Mm.
is extremely important. And that is something that Mithali also said in the interview that she gave, that, over the years, Deepti has adjusted to whatever roles the team has asked her to. And it's great that she's getting, finally getting appreciated for that. As far as number one in all-rounder rankings is concerned, the way she has, I'll talk about her batting specially, because her bowling has been consistent over the years. To adjust to the number 8 position, and then to play those blinders wouldn't be the right word, but of course, match saving innings. I think in the World Cup, Deepti Sharma has actually come into her own in her own way, has stamped her authority in her own way, and this was expected. I was kind of expecting. One thing I found a little weird about the rankings, though, in batting, I thought Laura Woolworth is scoring back-to-back centuries, but
Yes.
Smriti Mandhana, who has not played for some time, has actually topped and gone to the number one ranking, if I'm not wrong. So
In
I did not
T20I.
understand that rank.
Yeah, in
No, no,
T20I.
in ODI, in ODIs.
ODI. Okay, 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 okay. Mm.
Yeah. I
Okay,
did not
okay.
understand that. But look, as long as it's India, who's complaining? Nobody's complaining.
Yes.
But
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
huge
Mm.
congratulations to Deepti, and I hope in we get her services for at least two more T20I World Cups, and
Mm.
probably one more ODI World Cup.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the main thing. But Tushadi, any changes that we're expecting from Sri Lanka, though it's a relatively young side, and just one match happened. Though Chamari Atapattu sounded very critical in the post match, I will say, because she clearly said that personally I have to contribute more, and I would love to see young players contributing more. So, do you find any changes in this game?
Not really, because batting you do not have a lot of options. Bowling maybe one change, maybe a seamer like Reshmi, you might get in a pacer like Reshmika Seventy in place
Mm.
of one of the pacers. Could be Kavya Kavandi, but ideally shouldn't happen because inexperience. They need some more game time. Um, to be honest, I was just seeing Sri Lankan spinners bowl. I was going to text you. So they had a short of a good length area marked, and then they had a fuller area marked.
Okay.
I did not see a lot of balls land in any of those areas. I was seeing all of them landing short. Yeah, all of them were bowling short. There is a
Mm.
very fine difference, Nehachish, between short of a good length and short ball. Short of a
Yes.
good length is an uncertain kind of length where the batter doesn't know whether to come forward or go back. But the moment that is even inches towards the bowler, it becomes a short ball, and the batters of the quality that India has know that they have to go back and hit the ball. So I think they're still not completing their. This will become too technical, but the truth is, I think the coach was also continuously saying this, and I
Mm.
was discussing it with someone in the press box that you have to finish your bowling action.
Action.
But somehow, in in the effort of giving it loop, they're not finishing the bowling action. And if you do not finish your action, you're bowling short.
Mhm.
And if you bowl short and that loopy, you're getting hit for sixes. You're not even going for fours for sure.
Yes, I think in the first match also this was the problem from their bowlers, that they are very inconsistent in terms of line and length. No, I think very few deliveries were wicket to wicket line and length. I think that was the
Only
main issue.
only only one bowler was consistently bowling in that
Mhm.
short of a good length and turning the ball. I will leave it to you to guess who was the spinner.
Inoka ran away.
Absolutely. Sat
Yeah,
karo.
she is expected with the experience that
Yeah.
she has, and I think the spell that she bowled in that World Cup, the ODI World Cup. Oh, what a spell it was against us! Yeah,
Even
it was
last
very
game,
scary at that moment against us only.
and even last game, if you look at it, her economy rate is 4.5,
Yes.
when all other bowlers have gone at 6.5
Mm.
runs per over. So she has bowled well. Had she picked up a few more wickets, then the
Mm.
whole story would be very, very different.
Yes, yes. Even the Smriti Mandana dismissal also, I think that was a fantastic trap. Outside of the off loopy delivery, she managed to, bring Smriti Mandana out of her crease and going for that inside out shot, and ultimately the field
Correct.
trap, worked in their favor. So I think she has been fantastic, and today also I think she is the biggest threat from this Sri Lankan bowling lineup that is going to be for India. Yes, but Tushadi, you have seen the previous game. You have seen the pitches already, even today also. Uh, how much run do you expect a decent batting lineup can score while batting fast? We all know that Sri Lankan batters are struggling. They're not scoring according to their potential. I will say at least this batting lineup can score 140, 150. What I expect from them in this kind of track. But when you see an informed India batting lineup in this kind of track, what an average score that you expect to happen.
150,
What happened?
150 to 160. No, the police here were blowing whistles, so I thought probably asking me
Oh,
to
no.
leave. But actually can't. I have made
Yes.
the uncle who stays in the, you remember the house in front of which we
Yes.
used to do the live?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The other
Okay.
day, yeah,
Hmm.
the other day I finished the live and uncle was standing there. Uncle was the only one, by the way, in the road who was standing there when I finished the
Okay.
live. Everybody had gone out. And he came up and he said, for which, channel you're doing. And he interacted and he said, I keep seeing you here. I saw you a few months back also. I don't know if that was a complaint or he was appreciating, but yeah. So
Now,
anyway, I have made him friends.
yes.
Um,
Now there are quite a place around India now, which place have seen us, both of us, many a times in last few months. Those places are very scary about our approach. But don't worry, we are not there to steal anything. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think all the roads, they are going to slowly name them Trisha and Snehashish Mark. Yeah, getting back to the
Yeah.
point, I think anything below 150 in this
Mm.
kind of due makes no sense
Makes
with
no
the
sense.
Indian batting lineup. So you have to score about 150. Last game, see, until and unless it's a simple thing, until and unless you put the pressure back on India, that you have to score at least 7.5 runs per over.
Mm.
It does not test them enough. Then a few dot balls have to test them. The other problem, Snatch, that Sri Lanka does have is if you look at the scoring pattern of India last
Mm.
game, you will not find, say, four dot balls stitched together by the Sri Lankan bowlers. And
Right.
it it goes that way, right? Every single time. And this is something I've spoken in the post show as well. That it cannot be that you will get wickets every single ball, then every game would last 10 balls, right? How do you get the wickets? Not only fielding positions. I do think that Chamari Atabatu, other than Jemmy, in fact, other tthan Jemmy, what I think they had planned only for openers. They thought
Mm.
openers will win the game. So they, they had only planned for opener. They lacked plans for Jemmy. Some clear
Mm.
plans, which like for example, when you have spinners loaded in your side, think of it as a captain, Snehashish, if you have spinners loaded in your side, you know Jemmy is going to play the late card. You know
Yes.
you have to put a slip in position so that that puts a little bit of a doubt in her mind. But you're not doing that.
Mm.
And force her to play the swift shot then bowling in that line because then we have seen her vulnerability. Though that's her best shot, she plays it very well. But that is her
Mm.
down. That brings her downfall as well. Same goes for Shafali. You know, Shafali that flick, she plays that beautifully, but that brings her downfall. And you had studied that. You had kept the fielder there, and it was a fantastic plan. Goes for
Correct.
Mandana. Mandana had almost straight up hit that short ball to that fielder.
Yes. Yes.
So you can see clear plans for Shafali Mandana, but Shafali Mandana means Shafali
Yes.
dash
Certainly.
Mandana.
Milan.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But I think even when Harman came to bat, you should have gotten a pacer immediately because Harman in that fourth stump, corridor of uncertainty is
Yes.
corridor of uncertainty is pretty vulnerable in the first 5-10 deliveries. Because you
Mm.
don't want batters like Harmanpreet Kaur or Jemimah Rodriguez or Smriti or Shafali, batting for more than 10 balls. Because if they do, they're going to get you. Simple.
Yes.
you know, you might look at Harman's record and say, okay, she's out of form, but she's out of form. It's not like she cannot bat. She can get you, and this is T20 format. So,
Yeah.
and the bowling quality, you also have to see the kind of bowling you have. There, I
Mm.
feel maybe in the pace department, they might want to go in with, sorry, maybe in the pace department, they might want to go in with someone experienced, maybe, because both Malki Madara and um, Kavita Kavan,
Uh,
Kavi,
Kavya. Kavya
Kavya,
Kavindi. Kavindi.
Kavya Kavindi, both are, pretty inexperienced, but yeah, I would actually want Sri Lanka at least to go with the same playing 11. India too, but Sri Lanka as well.
Mm. Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll take some comments, but before that, last question to Trishadi, but not related to this series. This is about Delhi Capitals. Someone who played a fantastic knock yesterday, Jemimah Rodriguez, remained unbeaten also. Now she is set to lead Delhi Capitals. She is the new captain of Delhi Capitals in WPL going forward. Has taken the baton from Meg Lanning, the legendary captain. Trishadi, your favorite team, Delhi Capitals. We all know how good the squad it is, and now it is up to Jemimah Rodriguez to lead. How happy you are to get that news that Jemimah is the new captain of Delhi Capitals.
I'm actually very happy, to be honest, because I thought absolutely deserved. But we had this discussion, nothing surprising.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to Pooja also yesterday.
Mm.
Pooja was asking, one of our colleagues who follows women's cricket absolutely
Yeah.
rigorously. She was telling me DC captain will be announced. I said, but I announced the DC captain on the retention show. If you go back to the show where we were talking about,
Yes.
the retentions each team has had.
Mm.
I said Jemmy is going to be the captain. And then further, when you got Laura Woolward in your team and Parth Jindal, I was going to say Parth Samathan, sorry, Parth Jindal, Parth Jindal made it clear that it's going to be an Indian captain. In that show too, I had said it's of course going to be Jemimah Rodriguez. There's no other option here. So, and when I say no other option, I'm not saying that Shafali is not a good captain, but I think Shafali still needs to attain that consistency, which she has not got.
Mm.
But as far as Jemmy is concerned, I think this is a dress rehearsal of a bigger responsibility that is going to fall on her plate very soon. If Herman
Mm.
leads, and I'm saying this, look, it's not like I don't want Smriti Mandana to lead. I was the biggest advocate of Smriti Mandana becoming the captain immediately after the last T20 World Cup. But I do think that if you look at the future, I'm not 100% sure Smriti will be available for the next ODI World Cup. Same goes for
Mm.
Harman. And if these two are not available for the next ODI World Cup, then why not make someone like Jemmy the captain because she will have enough time to adapt. I think WPL captaincy will decide a lot. Now think of this: if um, if DC wins this title under Jemmy, how well it
Mm.
looks like on that CV. So I think as a DC, as an analyst, this was the thing. As a DC fan, absolutely, absolutely elated. You know,
Yes, fantastic call. I think Jemimah will be more charged up for this game now after being named as the new captain of Delhi Capitals. But
she's
Tushati, can you
never
take some
charged up.
comment? Yeah, she's
Yeah,
always charged up. Yeah,
but
she's
but
a
my question is,
take some comment.
has Jed been announced as the vice captain or not?
No, but Jade was there in the announcement video. I saw that. Jade was there in the video. Yeah,
Come on,
he was there
Jed,
with all the family while announcing that she is the new captain.
I think Jed is going to be the fitness trainer.
Yeah,
He's going.
Jade is the new, lucky mascot for Delhi Capitals. See, India won the World Cup
Absolutely.
with the help of Jade. Now Delhi
Yes.
Capitals will win the WP with the help of Jade.
You know how? Because Jane would go to the other dressing room sniffing ball.
Yes.
Chalo, let's have
Chal.
read some comments. Okay. So Sharanya Haldar is saying Jemmy is announced as DC's captain. ये तो होना ही था. Rishan Sid, any update on Pooja's and Kashvi's fitness? Considering the World Cup in England, we need another seam bowler, bowling all-rounder. Snehashish.
See, there is no such official confirmation regarding their fitness, but what I can say that I obviously I followed them on social media. So on social media, I have seen many videos of them, bowling and batting in nets. So that's a good update. That both Pooja Vastakar, if you see many videos regarding COE of Bengaluru, along with these
Yeah.
players, you can see Pooja Vastakar, having gym sessions and all. So Pooja Vastakar is there, still her rehab is going on. But regarding Kashbi, I think Kashbi has been named in some of the tournament also. So I think she is on the right track and she is practicing also in the nets with bowling and batting. So I think Kashbi is more ahead in terms of getting fitter than Pooja as of moment, though it shouldn't happen. Pooja was injured more earlier than Kashbi, but still I think for Pooja, I think she's still in that rehab process at in Bengaluru. But for Kashbi, I think the time is very soon. I think maybe going forward I think in WPL we can see Kashbi Gautam in full flow.
Absolutely. Bhanumati Bandhu says, do you think Renuka would be dropped from the squad once Kashmi and Pooja are back? Um, See, if Kashmi and Pooja both are in your squad, then you not only have to drop Renuka, you have to drop Arundhati as well. So it would be
Mhm.
Kashmi, Pooja, and Kranti. But that happening, I don't see a distinct possibility to be honest, because both Kashmi and Pooja are extremely injury prone. I would say either of Kashmi and Pooja will be there, and either of Renuka Arundhati will be there. So,
Good point.
what do you think, Snehashish?
I think the injury is the big concern there. I think when you have these two options available for you, you will be very much tempted to play both of them. Obviously, all round abilities, both of them can score those quick 20-30 runs and obviously can give you 8 overs. 6 to 8 overs can give you, and especially if you see the ability that Renuka Singh Thakur brings, the swing, both Kashbi and Pooja also can bring that swing with the new ball. So
Correct.
there is,
Correct.
and along with those crucial runs also. So obviously they both are ahead of Renuka Singh Thakur, at least in this format. But as you mentioned, the injury plays the crucial role here. That is why you cannot take that risk of playing both of them in the same playing level. You have to go, in the alternative approach. In few matches, use Kashbi Gautam. In few matches, consider Pooja. Then I think that will help the management to managing the workload of both of them going forward, because what we have seen in the last few years, both of them have been pretty injury prone, and I think it is going to be an issue for them through their whole career.
Absolutely. Kashmir Puja in for Arundhati, Shriyanka in for Snehrana, and Yastika in for Kamalini would make a great 15-member squad. I don't agree with Shriyanka in for Snehrana. I don't agree with Yastika in for Kamalini either.
Yeah,
Rest
same.
Kashmir Puja in for Arundhati, sure. Um,
Mm.
Next is Bhanumati Bandhu says India need to find a lethal pace attack as the World Cup is happening in England. India has never had a lethal pace attack and India will never have lethal pace attack because you are building bench strength from domestic cricket and domestic cricket pitches are not meant for pace bowlers. So if I am a pace bowler, which I was, it was slogging hard because you found
Yeah.
no bounce there, you found no pace there in the pitch. You would have to every single ball you have to break your shoulders literally to hit the ball, and to get some pace on the ball. So lethal pace bowlers, it's very difficult till we change the pitches in our domestic circuit. And the pitches are so slow that you actually will see most teams start with spinners in the domestic circuit. So till all that is handled, to think that India will suddenly find a lethal pace attack, with the World Cup just 6 months away, is definitely not happening.
Absolutely. Even I want to add just one thing. Even in under
Oh, I
19
think
level, if you see in the last two World Cups, who are the star players? From batting department, your openers are the star players. From bowling department, all the spinners. If you see the names, all the left arm spinners are there. Regarding the wickets, top wicket taking list. Even Vaishnavi is someone that we have now playing her. Even if you see
correct,
G Kamalani used to bat at the top of the order at under 19 level,
correct,
but here she has to
correct,
bat in the middle order. So I think
correct.
I think that is why it is very difficult to have that lethal pace bowling unit. But the good thing is that at least there is two three options that India can look around. To have that options to
Correct.
explore for both the management for and the captain.
Correct. Bhanumati says, I'll take Bhanumati's next two comments together. We also need to always go with six bowling options, as it is going
Mhm.
to always extend our resources and help us when a bowler is having a bad day. Absolutely. And that's why you need all rounders, right? And the next one is, why did you laugh so much in the last episode on reading Foolmati? Because her name is not Foolmati, it's Foolmali. What's wrong with you,
Yes,
Bharti Foolmali? You were laughing because it's not Foolmati. It's Foolmali. The name is only wrong. Yeah. That's
yes,
that's all. We were not laughing at you, or we were not laughing at Bharti Fulmali. We were laughing at the fact that obviously the name is wrong.
long yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Snehashish, Zero is saying, for England, Shafali
Mhm.
Smriti Jemmy Harman, Deepti Richa Amanjot, Pooja Shreyanka Kranti Renuka, my 11 for England conditions, Yastika and Prema in the reserves.
Okay. I think
Um,
Prema should be in the reserve. I think we both agree to that. Prema should be in the reserves at least.
Absolutely.
Yastika, I am still unsure. Yastika, because again the
Yeah.
fitness, especially in
Yeah.
this format. I think in the 50-over format, Yastika should be reserved at least, if not the playing 11. But in this T20I format, I think she has to prove something more. I think in terms of consistency,
Yeah.
in terms of strike rate also, uh, because it is very difficult for her to play at the top of the order in this format for
Yeah.
India. He has to play in the middle order, and when you play in the middle order, the strike rate becomes more important because you will not get so many deliveries to come and settle down and go for the big shots. So I think that is where I think Yastika needs to work on if she wants to play in the middle order for India. But otherwise, I think it's okay. And again, as you mentioned, Trishadi, Shreyanka also. I will go with Shreyana, not Shreyanka Patel.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Absolutely same here. Okay, Sneha, should just check. I think the Indian 11 is
Yes,
out here.
India have won the toss and they have opted to bowl first.
Okay.
Okay, so India have again won the toss. Very fantastic that
No,
Harmanpreet is winning the tosses.
exactly. Wait, I will send you the team 11.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Where are you? Just check. I've sent you.
Checking,
I've sent you the playing 11. Yeah.
checking.
Okay, I'll take the comments till then. Bhanumati is saying, do you think India should just go with three spinners and five pacers for the World Cup in England? Five pacers? See, ideally you want to go in with a little bit of a pace heavy lineup, but the truth is you do not have so many paces. Who are the five paces that you're talking about? Let's see. Renuka, Arundhati, Kranti, Amanjot, and who else are you talking about? Are you saying Kashvi Puja both? We'll have to see, because fitness is a huge concern. So
Yes.
it's very
Okay.
difficult to say. Hmm,
Yes. Okay. Here is the playing 11. Smriti
hmm.
Bandana, vice captain. Shefali Verma, Jemimah Rodriguez, Harmanpreet Kaur, captain. Richa Ghosh, wicketkeeper. Amanjot Kaur, Snehe Rana, Arundhati Reddy, Kranti Gaur, Vaishnavi Sharma, Sri Charani. So Deepti Sharma has been rested, I will say, not dropped. You cannot drop Deepti Sharma.
Yeah, you
Deepti
cannot
Sharma has
drop
been
Deepti
rested.
Sharma.
Yes. And you have added Snehana in the mix up.
Basically, you have let Deepti Sharma celebrate her number one, all-rounder
Yes.
ranking.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, enjoy. But I think it is extremely important. This is one thing, Deepti barely gets injured. And that's why
Yeah.
people, much like Mohammad Siraj in the men's team,
Hmm.
people completely forget talking about players like these. We don't
Yes.
talk about their workload management. I
Work.
mean, we
Yes.
are we are ourselves guilty of that, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the moment you said Deepti is not playing, the first thoughts in my mind is, why is Deepti not playing? She's not injured.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
truth is, she has been playing every single match. See, Rana
Hmm.
actually got a break during the World Cup when she was not bowling well, but Deepti has not got a break at all. So, kudos to the team management, because if you can wrap Deepti Sharma up in a blanket and keep extremely important player, barely have all rounders. And an all rounder is contributing superbly in both the categories. You should, absolutely take care of her. So a good playing 11. I think nothing much has changed probably. Um, Maybe the spin bowling with Nair and I would say is a touch weaker than
Hmm.
having Deepti, but against Sri Lanka it just does not.
Yes, absolutely. And,
Um,
and especially when Sri Lanka batting again fast. I think please score around
yeah,
130, 140 at least, please.
or just get out at 90,
Yes.
100, just finish. Okay, Freaking Awesome says, why Sri Lanka women's team are playing T20I series in India after a long time? Maybe something to do with logistics and finance. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure. I think no other controversy that I know. Bhanumati India should bat first today. I think Harman made it very clear in the post-match presentation last game that they don't want to unnecessarily put pressure on themselves. I found it a little weird what she said, but that is different. She said that they are going to do what they're not unnecessarily going to experiment. If the pitch is as such that they should win the toss and bowl first, they'll do that, and that is what
Mm.
they have done in both the matches here. Okay. Bhanumati Bandhu said, "Oh, okay. We should take a picture of this and keep you and me, Snehashish." Bhanumati says, "You people are doing a great job doing analysis and everything for women's cricket is a thankless job, as you hardly get recognized. But your efforts have motivated us to watch women's cricket." Okay, I'm sorry. I have
Oh,
to take out my.
oh,
If you have said that our efforts have motivated you to watch women's cricket, Bhanumati, this is
oh.
this is our
Thank you.
achievement. We don't need all sorts of appreciation. If this is what we get, अरे यार, if this is what we get, I think both of us are more than happy, right, Snehashish?
Oh my God, what a huge appreciation for us, I will say.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
because we just do out of love, out of passion, which we both just love, and more than me, I think Trishadi has been following this game from her childhood, and for the last 3 4 years, I have been following this game, trying my best to come up with some for you guys with stats and all. But both of us always try to come up with good things for you guys, logical things, I will say, not like anything to
Yeah,
create controversy or anything. Logical things,
correct.
what we see, we discuss. Just we are not here for
Yeah,
something hypothetical things. So we just do what we see and discuss with you guys, try our best. Thank you for such comments. This motivates us to come up with more good contents for you guys. Thank you.
absolutely. Bhanumati says Sri Lanka are heavily reliant on Chamari. Snehashish, they need to change their tactics to make the matches more interesting and challenging.
Yeah, I think see if you have someone like Chamade Adapatu in your team, even she is not playing as your skipper also, you definitely going to depend on her. There is no denying about that. But the main thing is that the game around her needs to be improved. The other players
Yeah,
around her needs to improve their games. You cannot depend
yeah,
her scoring 50, 60 every day and taking 1 2 wickets also with the ball. This will not happen.
yeah,
Chamade Adapatu is a
yeah.
batting all-rounder. You cannot expect her to be that
Correct.
all-rounder to be good enough in
Yeah,
both the departments in every game. So I think every
yeah.
other players, Samari Vikrama, Hassani Pereira and others, even the youngster, I will say, needs to improve their game around that. That will help Sri Lanka as a team. Otherwise, it will be very much difficult. today I just saw right now in the on the broadcaster show that she's Chamari Adapato having
Hello,
a talk
uncle.
with Veda Krishnamurti. I think Veda Krishnamurti trying to give some message or some ideas
Oh,
also.
you
Let's see
you
what happens.
Yeah, but I have to go through gate number 5. Oh, so you go I got the ticket this side. Oh, okay. I got the ticket, but gate number 5. Oh, all right. A stand.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You're not going this match? Yes, I will finish the show here and then go from here. The media box is here. Thank you,
Okay. Uncle is
uncle.
going to watch the game today.
Yes.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Yeah, so continuing on that, Bhanumati again
Yeah.
says, nice analysis like always. Thank you so much, Bhanumati. Sastik Bagaria says, Sri Lanka needs to at least score 180 not to win, but at least give a fight to this Indian women's team. Um, I kind of do not agree. I think
Hmm.
150, and if your spinners bowl well, you can give India that. Can put India under pressure. And under pressure, you never know. Because what happens, if India plays the way they played in that Guwahati game, or they lose quick wickets in ODIs, what happened was Deepti and Sneh Rana, Deepti and Amanjot had time to build a partnership. In
Exactly.
T20s, you don't have time enough. So I think 180, of course, 180 I would say is a fantastic score. But if you
That's a winning
actually
score.
look at it, yeah, the
Hmm.
180 is a winning score. But if you actually see 150 could be a very,
Yeah.
very challenging target if Sri Lankan spinners can step up. And I
Correct.
completely agree with Snehaji that by now, I can understand why Chamari Atabatu is frustrated. By now, the Sri Lankan team should have been with Chamari performing or not with Chamari performing. We
Mhm.
can still pose threat. The day Chamari performs, we win. But it's still, even to pose threat, you need Chamari Atabatu to perform. So that after, I think, 2 decades of her working hard, she has every right to be disappointed, to be honest.
Point.
This is a very interesting question, Snehashish. Um, Sports fan says, "Hi guys, how can India create challenges for themselves in this low-key series so as to improve for T20 World Cup?" Sports fan, fantastic question. Snehashish.
I think they did already by showing poor fielding skills in the first game. I think that is what they need to improve. again again one thing, and I think if you see the batting and bowling department, I think this team is quite sorted as of now. I think if more options are there coming into, as we are mentioning, that if someone like Puja is there, someone like other options are there, then I think having more options, what will be your perfect best playing 11, that will be a headache. But if you ask me, considering the departments, the each department of batting, bowling and fielding, I think fielding is the department that is India needs to work hard. And as Tushari mentioned, 10 games left, just try to improve it. Even Harmanpreet also mentioned that thing, that we just don't know what is happening. We put so much hard work in
I
every
agree
fielding
with
session,
her.
but
Yeah.
don't know what is happening in the matches. So I think the team knows that, and this thing me and Trishari have been saying from the 2024 World Cup, that the fielding is an area that needs to improve, and the team, every team management knows that. They also talk about that they put a lot of hard work, but somehow the result is not coming in a consistent manner. So hopefully from today's game onwards, we will see more consistent efforts from the fielders, and I think that is the only area that this team needs to improve, because all this 10-15 difference will make a huge impact when you are playing in World Cup against teams like Australia, South Africa, and England.
Absolutely. 3 more minutes to go in the show because, as Satwik Bagaria has correctly said, Trisha, do you have to still climb mountain today? I mean, do you have
Yes.
to again climb those big stairs? So what happened was, Satwik, I ended up coming very early to the ground. So I've already climbed once and come down, and I'll climb again. So yeah, I think I need to eat more now. But Khushi Singh makes a very important and valid point. बस भगवान कृपा करे आज शफाली 20 बॉल खेल ले वही बहुत है. मैं चाहती हूँ ऐसा मैच कि वहां चमारिया टपतु 20 ओवर खेले, यहाँ शफाली वर्मा 20 ओवर खेले. उनको क्या चाहिए? फुल ऑन
Um,
एंटरटेनमेंट.
yes. Okay. Sri Lanka unchanged. Sri Lanka went with the same 11.
Uh, awesome. Sports fan says, okay, so sports fan has three comments. I'll take all three together. Harleen's strike rate was concerned in ODI. Why are we carrying her in T20 squad? No idea would be the correct answer as far as I'm concerned. I think the next comment is Deepti is not well. Sneh Rana replaces her. Deepti is
Okay.
not well. I think Deepti is going through the same problem that I am going through. That I got hoodies because I thought it's December, it will be cold.
Mhm.
And last time I wore hoodies, I sweated so much that I caught
Yes.
cold. So
Oh, okay,
same thing happened.
okay.
The same thing happened with Deepti anyway. Expected India to bat first. After Harman's post-match the other day, I did not expect India to bat first. I will change a word a little and say wanted India to bat first.
Mm, mm.
Pushnik Chakravarti says, Snehashish, I'll quickly take the comments. Huh? There are four, five
Yes,
comments
yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
we can end the show
Mm,
there.
mm, mm,
Pushnik
mm.
Chakravarti says there should not be doubt on Rana in 15 squad for World Cup in England. There is
No,
no
no.
due issue, so variation of Rana will be effective. I completely
Fine.
agree with you.
Mm, mm.
Aniruddha Datta says Indian fielding needs to improve by leaps and bounds. If they are entertaining any thoughts of winning close games in T20 World Cup, how many teams will play in the T20 World Cup? I think it's a 20 member team. Is this a
20.
21?
I have to check.
Just
Let
check
me
once. Just check once.
check. Mm,
While I take the comments, check on low.
mm.
Sportsman says, guys, your thoughts on recent announcement of domestic fee hike, how beneficial it will be for growth of women's cricket in India? Oh, it will be extremely beneficial, because suddenly now it has become more than passion, a profession. And once that happens, you can ask for more accountability. If you're paying someone to play a match, you can always expect more accountability from the players, and more accountability means better performance. So I think overall it's a fantastic, fantastic thing. And for someone like me, I think I was just born in the wrong era, but I'm super, super duper happy that mm, there are a number of people, the pioneers of the game, who fought for this day, and this has happened.
Yes.
And for the friends that I have who are going to play domestic cricket, Snehashish, of course, knows who I'm talking about. I'm expecting more treats from them. That's about it.
Yes. Yes.
um, Acha, Aniruddha says, will the Women's T20 World Cup have same number of teams as yeah? Yeah, did you check on the
Yeah,
teams?
12 teams. For the first time, 12 teams are
12 teams.
going to play this World Cup.
Yeah.
Yes. First time it has
Yeah.
been expanded. 12 teams are going to
Yeah.
play.
Aniruddha Datta says, outside of this series, do we have enough cricketers to increase number of teams in WPL? Likes of Healy not finding a team is disappointing. When do you think will the BCCI increase WPL teams? And this is not news. I just think it is just something.
Mm.
I think by 2028 you will see a BCCI increase in teams because there are enough players. If somebody tells me that
Yes.
there aren't enough Indian players, I'm not going to take that for sure. And as far as overseas players are concerned, that is of course there's
Enough.
plenty. Acha, Aniruddha Datta says, my questions will miss out due to paucity of time. We never miss out questions, Aniruddha. If you have watched this show, you would know we do not miss out questions. And the last one, Bhanumati Bandhu, T20 World Cup is a 10-team tournament. As Snehashish
Mm.
just said, it's a
12.
12-team tournament.
Yeah, 12
Also,
teams.
by the way, the crowds coming in, Snehashish, while
Mm.
I was chatting, there were a number of people who have come in. Also, why
Nice.
are they wearing green sweaters and all? I have no idea. Because clearly, it's not that.
Yes, but it is good to see that even on Tuesday evening
Yeah,
also, people are turning up to see a women's cricket game.
abs-
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. And I think
a
again
women's
the World
cricket
Cup
game,
win.
a bilateral series,
Yes, against Sri Lanka.
which has
With
no
all due respect.
against Sri Lanka. Yes, absolutely. Against Sri
Yes.
Lanka, which doesn't have a very
Yes.
huge relevance. It's
Significant. Yes, absolutely. But again, I think the World Cup win has played a role in that thing, what we believe, and hopefully it will
WPL,
continue. WPL, obviously, WPL
WPL.
also. Yes, yes, obviously. Okay, thank you, Trishadi. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. This is very fantastic as usual. Now, Team India have won the toss. They are bowling again. Now, let's see if Sri Lanka managed to put up a fighting score at least to come up with some fight, yeah, unlike yesterday,
You mean
unlike in the
you mean
first game.
let's see whether Chamaria Tapatu scores or not? That's what you said.
Yes, that is the main thing. When it's come to West Indies, it is Heli Matthews. When it's come to Sri Lanka,
Exactly.
it is Chamari Adapatu. Same case. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's enjoy the match. Hopefully, India wins and make it 2-2 in Vizag. Till then, take care and enjoy the match. We'll definitely meet in the post-match show. Thank you.